everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel and for another match preview. But this time, the Champions League is back and it is a huge game. Inter Milan taking on Liverpool. I am delighted to say that I've been joined by Uncle Sharma. How are you, my friend?
Thank you for having me on, and I'm delighted to be coming and covering a round of 16. It's been a while since Inter fans have been able to cover a round of 16 in the Champions League. So, hello everyone.
Well, it is an absolute pleasure to have you. So as you've just said in the chat, let's go. Absolutely. Hello, Liz. Thank you for tuning in. Like and share the stream, please. And thank you. Yes, absolutely. Indeed. So we'll start with your season so far. You are sitting currently second. 24 games played, 16 wins, 6 draws, and 2 defeats. You're second under AC Milan. How would you sum up your season so far?
Yeah, I mean, really good up until the last couple of weeks or so. It's been really good. We did what Conte wasn't able to do last season, which is get past the round of 16. The group stages to get into the round of 16. We've won a trophy already, the Super Cup, which in in England, because you play at the beginning of the season, it feels more like a friendly. But in Italy, because it's played in the middle of the season, it's got a bit of more meaning to it. So it actually feels like a proper trophy. So we beat Juventus in that. We've advanced into the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia, so the equivalent of the FA Cup. So yeah, really good. And the football that we've been playing is really good. Top scorers in the league. Just enjoying this football under Inzaghi, and less drama off the field without Conte as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You did draw 1-1 with Napoli at the weekend. Now, I did watch your post-match, and one player that was particularly described as not having the best performance was Nicolo Barrella. What have you made of him this season?
Well, he's actually been quite good, especially statistically. I think he's got 7 assists and 2 goals. So when you look at it, he's actually outperforming his assists definitely from last season. And it looked like he was adding goals to his game, but then he hasn't scored that regularly. But it's just because he's supposed to be now, because some rumors say that he's supposed to be the future captain of Inter, because Andanovic, is probably maybe retire at the end of this season, or just be a substitute after Onana comes in.
Yeah.
So there's room for a new captain, and a lot of rumors say that Inter, as the club, the leadership have decided Barella probably will be that guy. And a lot of he's like the poster boy as well. I think you could say it's between him and Lautaro, like the poster boys of Inter as well. He just never seems to get a lot of criticism. So sometimes not on purpose, but I just feel like he avoids a lot of criticism because he's played a lot of games for his age, a bit like Trent and a lot of these younger players that are really good. So they play for the national team and for the club a lot. So he has that excuse that he has played a lot of minutes for Italy and Inter. But at some point you have to draw the line where is he just tired or is he just not performing well? So I feel like right now he's just not performing well.
Yeah, it's very interesting because he was a very good player at obviously the Euros as well, and I think maybe that kind of anticipation of him coming back and performing very well, maybe that's got to him this season. But he will be missing this game, and he will be missing the second leg as well. How big of a blow is that for you guys?
Oh yeah, saying that he doesn't perform as well maybe recently, but he's a massive blow. He's one of the probably out of the starting 11, it'll probably be the biggest blow would be probably him or Skriniar or Perisic, one of those three, in my opinion. Those are the biggest blows to us. So especially because the substitute, the problem isn't particularly Barella missing, but it's the drop off between Barella and the 3 guys that we have potentially substituting him, Vecino, Gagliardini, and Arturo Vidal. The drop off between Barella and them is big, so that's why he's a big blow.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, it's a massive blow.
Sorry, this Liverpool being very high intensity team, so he's our most intense player, so to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what some of you guys are saying in the chat. Evening, Douglas and Nipun's uncle. Oh, shit. Yeah. Just bantering, same Nip. Yeah, I did see that.
What does that
hello,
mean?
Hannah Alone. Thank you for tuning in. Let's say hello to Hannah. Hannah saying hello to Liz. Michael talks football with the super chat. Thank you very, very much for that. I really do appreciate it. And you didn't have to do that, my friend, but thank you very much. Big up Douglas and Sharms. Can't wait for this game. Neither can I. I cannot wait for the Champions League to return as well, especially tomorrow with PSG Real Madrid. That should be very interesting as well. Come on, Liverpool, says Sebastian. I think Alexis Sanchez will start. Latoro hasn't scored since the 12th of December. Wow, that's surprising. That I thought Lautaro Martinez would have scored before then. That's interesting. You seem a lovely man. Sorry, sorry we're going to be your team on both legs. Hello, John Moore. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're doing good. It's just everyone having a chance. I will be fuming if Sanchez scores, but at the same time, I will be. Oh yeah, Sebastian is. I think he's got a Swedish club, but I think he's Chilean born. I think, if I remember rightly. So yeah, a little bit of a mixed review for you for sure. Big up everyone's favourite Uncle Sharma. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're not related to the. Jesus, Gary Richards. One can't wait to beat Inter on Wednesday. And hi, John. Fabinho versus Vidal. Yes, that will be an interesting battle. We all know what Vidal is like as well. He's a bit of a, I wouldn't say hothead, but he is a very
he's
good...
a hothead.
Is he a hothead?
Yeah.
He is. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll go to your obviously your Champions League group stage, because you finished second with Real Madrid in a group that obviously had, well, Shakhtar. Whenever you guys get Real Madrid, you always seem to get Shakhtar. And then one of the debutants of the Champions League as well, Tiraspol, as well. How would you sum up your Champions League group stage?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, we got past the group stage for once, so it was really good. But apart from the Real Madrid games, even actually the Real Madrid games, we played really well, and I think we actually outplayed them when we were at home, but we just didn't take our chances. But you can take the loss against Real Madrid, and the other teams we did the job. Usually Shakhtar have been a bit of a bogey team for us recently, so yeah, we managed to do the job against them at home anyway. So yeah, overall pretty good, but could have been better.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say as well. I funnily enough, I actually had you guys finishing top of that group, and when obviously I do my Champions League predictions, I actually had Inter to be top, because I just think Inter Milan were due to get through a group stage eventually, and I thought, yeah, this is the one, they're going to finish top, but just wasn't to be, unfortunately. Especially with that was a weird group, because if you think about it, Real Madrid lost to Sheriff Tiraspol. Nobody saw that coming, and that kind of opened the door for you guys to be, first, but wasn't to be, unfortunately.
No.
But no, I think it was a very, very good group to get through as well. And then obviously we had the Champions League. Well, draw number one. Who did you get in the first draw? Can you remember? Ajax. That's right. And then obviously the Villarreal Manchester United mix up. And then the second draw comes out, and you get Liverpool. So what were your thoughts when Liverpool came out of the hat?
This desperation. I was like, no, because I had two teams. I had like a tier list, and I was like, there was two teams in the please God no tier list, and there was Bayern Munich and Liverpool, and we got Liverpool. So yeah, it is what it is. At the end of the day, Ajax wasn't going to be a walk in the park either. So it's the Champions League. You got to play the tough teams.
Yeah, and that's it. Everyone has said that you've got to play the tough teams if you want to win it. As well, Vidal's a temper for sure. Yep, I would absolutely agree. Born in Sweden, but I'm half Chilean. There we go. Come on, Reds. A great night out in Milan for the Reds. If Vidal gets a red, it probably will be a WWE move.
Yep, probably.
I quite like that. Hello, Chris Wells. Thank you for tuning in as well. And yeah, Liverpool's Champions League group stage performance has to be said. I don't think anyone expected us to get 6 wins out of 6, but We were in a very tough group. You'll obviously been pleased that we beat AC Milan home and away, which is always nice always nice as well. Beat Porto home and away, and obviously Atletico Madrid home and away as well, which was very, very impressive. It has to be said, but yeah, obviously Inter Milan, Juventus are the two Italian clubs that have got through. But do you think that with obviously AC Milan being in that group of death, do you think they may have potentially got through?
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about it earlier on my channel with Raj. He's saying that in the end, as group of death didn't quite turn out to be the group of death, mainly because of you guys' performance, but also like Atletico, they're not really the Atletico of usual. And this is the first time kind of back for AC Milan in many years in the Champions League. But yeah, I think when you look at Milan's performances, they were pretty impressive. Like when I watched them against Atletico, especially, they were quite good and unlucky to lose against Porto as well. I think they did quite well. But this is the Champions League. You get punished any little mistake.
Yeah, definitely, and it's going to be a fascinating encounter as well. Good evening, James Dunlop. Thank you for tuning in. Apart from AC Milan win, we don't tend to have a good record away at Italian sides. Lost to Napoli twice, scraped through against Roma in the end in 2018. Yeah, we do not have a very good record in Italy. It has to be said, but Inter Milan have got a very good home record, haven't they, in the Champions League?
Yeah. Have you got it? Because I can't remember exactly how good it is, but yeah, as far as I can remember, I mean, we lost to Real Madrid at home, so we're not unbeaten this year in the Champions League at home. But
I think
yeah,
you beat Shakhtar at home, and I think you beat Sheriff at home as well. Inter, no joke. I've seen some Liverpool fans. What? Whoa! It's not going to be that. I think there's some Liverpool fans getting a bit too ahead of themselves by saying it'll be 5-1. No. I think it'll be a lot closer than that for sure. True, Chris, but I think our boys are up for the challenge. Going to be a tough test for us, yes, and especially one man in particular who absolutely loves scoring against Liverpool. Edin Dzeko. What have you made of Edin Dzeko since he's joined you guys?
Yeah, I just found out about that on my preview stream as well. There were loads of people commenting that he always scores against Liverpool, so that's been a nice new finding for me. But no, Dzeko, man, he's the guy who stepped up in the absence of Lukaku. He was wanted by Conte to be the Lukaku backup, so that tells you where what of summer Inter had that we got that guy at 35 years old. I love Dzeko. I think he's been one of the most underrated strikers of this past decade probably, but he's on his last legs and he's doing well. He's our top scorer ahead of Lautaro. He scored some really clutch goals, like the other day he scored against Napoli, the equalizer. In the Champions League he scored the crucial goals. And his build-up play, like his link-up play, is still really good. Technically he's a really good striker, scores some very technically nice goals. Yeah, what more can you ask for, man? The guy's 35, free transfer. I think is a great move, but we definitely need someone else in the summer.
Yeah, I mean, obviously with the loss of Lukaku, were you sad to see Lukaku go?
Yeah, definitely. He's a player that we Inter fans we gained like a real connection with. So I was disappointed to see him leave, and there's even clips of me out there that people have posted, making fun of me when I was saying, no, he's not going anywhere when the Chelsea links came out. By the end of the day, the money was just too good to turn down. And now, when you see it, how he's performing at Chelsea is kind of funny as well. So in retrospect, is it probably okay? But now, last few matches, we've definitely missed someone like Lukaku. Like there's been a lot of space in the last few matches on the counter, but Dzeko, unfortunately, doesn't have the legs that Lukaku would have on the counter. So, disappointed in general.
Yeah, definitely. My prediction is 5-4 an aggregate for Liverpool. 3-3 first game. Wow, I don't think it'll be 3-3, but you never know. 2-1 at Anfield. This is going to be close. Yeah, it will be. It'll be very, very close. Aha, RB Comps, thank you for tuning in. Evening Reds and others, evening Genie, Uncle Sharma the Goats, getting a lot of respect in the chat. I like it. Hi,
Boy.
Genie. Serie A, most competitive league in the world, in my opinion, with the amount of teams like Juventus, both Milan clubs, Atalanta, and Napoli. Yes, absolutely. And for Juventus to be fourth at the moment, as well but to be fair, Juventus have not had a very, very good season. Inter Milan and AC Milan, I think it's going to be between those two to battle it out for the Scudetto as well. And hopefully, for Uncle Sharma's perspective, that it's Inter that gets it for a second year in a row. Ciao. Hello. Dzeko loves scoring against for City and Roma. Oh, Dzeko absolutely loves scoring against Liverpool. And I I honestly think that might happen again on Wednesday. Hey Liz, hope you're well. I can see the first leg being a high-scoring game, but Liverpool just to edge it 3-2, but should be a good tie. As far as injuries are concerned, Bastoni seems to be the one that is very looking like he's doubtful for this game. How big a blow would he be if you missed him?
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys. I forgot to mention him earlier when I said, the guys that would be a massive blow if we missed them. Bastoni is another one because of the lack of a proper substitute, because we don't really have a proper left-footed centre back in the team. If he's not there, Di Marco, who's the guy who came in against Napoli, he's more of a left wing back. But Inzaghi sees him in this left centre back position to build up from the back. But he's very short, like he's a 5'6" or something, and his prowess is in on the attacking side of things. So him up against Salah is not a situation I'm reveling at all, or anyone on that right hand side. He's not that great defensively. So Bastoni is going to be 50-50 because he sprained his ankle only last week against Roma, and it looked like one of those where you see the ankle's like 90 degrees. So, but apparently he took part in like partial training today, and tomorrow I think they're going to test it out one more time. So I think they are going to try to risk him just because he's so vital to the team.
Yeah, but obviously you do have players to come in. Obviously, what's Stefan de Vrij been like this season?
Oh, he's been a bit shaky this season, De Vrij, which is funny. He's been underrated his whole career, and then this past summer he overtook De Ligt in the Holland national team because Van Gaal rates him more than De Ligt, or right now he does anyway. So he started to get the recognition finally, and now this season after winning a title with Inter, he's I don't know, he's been at fault for like 2 or 3 goals this season. Against Napoli, the last match, he gave away the penalty after like 2 minutes. So he's becoming a bit of a worry in the middle of the three, but still a quality player in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. And Skriniar, has he played much this season?
Yeah, he's been probably our best defender this season. He's just reliable, just a beast, man, just a beast. I think top 5 centre back in Europe for me.
Yeah, I do like Skriniar. I must admit. Here's an interesting question from Liz. Uncle Sharma, who are your biggest rivals or the club you love to beat? I would guess AC Milan would be in there, and probably Juventus.
No, it's definitely Juventus for me. Easy.
Juventus.
I hate the most. But Milan is like, the crosstown rivalry, is there, but Juventus is definitely like hatred, like deep hatred. Sorry, RB Comps is in the house. He's a Juve fan, but it is hatred.
Hatred. Interesting. Inter have good players, but their manager is below Inter standard, especially in defence. Simone Inzaghi, yeah. What have you made of your new manager? Because I think he's doing a very, very good job since he's come in for Conte.
Oh yeah, he's, as I mentioned at the beginning, we're playing better football, like on a aesthetically. We're still, just as we were last season, top scorers in the league. Yeah, and I think, as I said, he's causes less drama off the pitch. Maybe on paper you would say he's not Inter level, but this is his chance to prove himself. His work at Lazio was really good, as we're seeing how Sarri's kind of struggling at Lazio. So Inzaghi had that Lazio team almost challenging for the title a couple of seasons back. So he's done some really good work at Lazio. So I think he's showing that he's Inter level.
Yeah, definitely. So AC Milan is like our Everton and Juventus like our Manx.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would actually, I would agree with that. I would definitely agree with that. Now, I don't know if anyone has told you the past meetings. Yeah,
I have.
yeah. These are the last meetings between the two. Liverpool beat Inter Milan 2-0. Gerrard and Kuyt, if I seem to remember, and then 1-0 in the San Siro. Fernando Torres. Now, if I remember correctly, was it Burdisso that was sent off for 2 yellows?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I don't remember the specific what happened in the match, but I remember, yeah, those matches for sure. Because that's when I first moved to England back then. So from Italy, and yeah, and back then, our team on paper was probably stronger than Liverpool. We had Zlatan back then,
Yeah.
Patrick Vieira, Cambiasso, Stankovic, Zanetti. On paper, that was a really good team.
I know, and Julio Cesar, who would a couple of years later will be moving to the Premier League with QPR.
Yeah,
It's fun. It's funny how things happen
that was a random
in
one.
that aspect. But no, you had a good team team that day, and I think the most surprising thing was probably losing both legs. I think you came to Anfield, you lost 2-0. I think many Liverpool fans felt that, yeah, coming out of that was very, very good. And then going to the San Siro, not conceding at Anfield was crucial. And then, yeah, Fernando Torres, who has had a very good goal scoring record as well. But yeah, it's been a long, long time since we've been in any match competitively. So I expect a fully competitive game, and I think the midfield battle could be key as well. And as Chris says, my man Kuyt, yes, my man Kuyt. I don't think UV fans would be happy about that statement, Liz. No, don't definitely not. Benitez days, yeah, absolutely. So we will come to now because of obviously like injuries and Liverpool having. I think what only person I think is injured is Jordan Henderson. I think. So what would your starting 11 be? Considering if Bastoni is fit, what would your starting 11 be?
Yeah, pretty much what we played against Napoli. So Handanovic in goal, Skriniar, De Vrij, and Bastoni, the back three. Dumfries right wing back, Perisic left wing back, and then in the midfield, Brozovic, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, and then Barella's replacement looks like it's going to be Arturo Vidal. And up front, that's where there's going to be good conversation for Inzaghi, good thinking to do for him. I would go with Sanchez and Lautaro ahead of Dzeko because Dzeko's played 3 matches in a row now. I think he's completed full 90 minutes, and I don't think he's got that in his legs now to play against Liverpool the 4th match in a row.
Mm, yeah, I would have to. I'd have to agree, but it's just something in the back of my mind. I just do not want to see the name Edin Dzeko in your starting 11 because he just loves scoring against us, as I've obviously said. Guys, get your starting 11s in the chat below as well. While I think of what I think he's going to play, it'll be Ali in goal. I think Allison will start definitely. Trent, I think Kanati comes in for Matip. I think Kanati will play instead of him. I think Matip's had a lot of games recently, so I think Kanati will come in for that. Then obviously Van Dijk. Then I'm thinking Simicast might come in for Robbo. I don't know why, but I
Oh,
just have a feeling I think Simicast could be coming in for Robertson in this game. And then I think the midfield three will be Fabinho, Thiago, and I'm going to go Keita. And then I think Luis Diaz will start this one. I'm going Diaz, Jota, and Salah. I think Mane might be on the bench. Considering that Diaz wasn't used against Burnley, and I think he will probably come in as well. So, with that in mind, with that team that I've just said, is there what areas of the pitch do you think you could get joy against Liverpool?
yeah. I think it would be that the wing positions, as you like to push your wing back, your fullbacks quite high up, especially Trent. He's amazing attacking, but defensively he can be got at. And even against Napoli, Perisic and Dumfries on the wings cause them all sorts of issues, because if we get the ball over to them, they are our two quickest players. Because we don't really have much pace in this team. Correa, which was supposed to be our striker with pace, he's out as well for this game, so he's going to be a bit of a miss. So I feel like on those sides, I think we can get some joy with Dumfries' power, Perisic with his athleticism as well, and set pieces. We're the top scorers in Serie A for set pieces. We've got a big team, like a tall team: Skriniar, De Vrij, Bastoni. Perisic is really good in the air. Dumfries is really good in the air. If Dzeko starts, he's really good in the air. And Hakan Çalhanoğlu, his whip from set pieces is one of the best. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually forgot the name, Çalhanoğlu. Is he fit for this game?
Yeah, he's definitely playing. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Just another one to look out for as well. Depending on Henderson fitness, yes, I would absolutely agree. So Shane's gone Alisson, Trent, VVD, Konate, Robertson, Fab, Thiago, Ox. Interesting. Diaz, Jota, Salah. Interesting. Ox. I don't think Ox will play, but we'll see. Oh, here we go. Roberto, 6-0. Come on, Liverpool. I think that's just banter, if I'm being honest.
Because I said I hate Juve.
I think so. Alisson, Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago, Salah, Jota, Mane. Depending Henderson is fit. If not, then Kuyt in for Henderson, which will give Connor eyes $signs. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a certain Liverpool channel and a certain friend of mine who absolutely loves Naby Keita. Yeah, we always have a joke about that. So that's what that comment is about. Hello, Balam. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry for joining a little late. Do not worry about that. Alisson, Trent, Matip, VVD, Robbo, Fab, Keita, Hendo, Salamani, Bobby. Interesting. No Jota, Genie. No Jota again. Interesting. Hakimi and all are all good players. Happy with the interview managers from the summer. Happy to see Christian. Oh yeah, I was meant to say, Eriksen has obviously left Inter. Are you happy that he's found a new club?
Yeah, very happy for him. Very, very happy for him, man. As on a human level, he had to cancel his contract with us because obviously in Italy the rules are that he couldn't play with the ICD device. What was it called? ICD device. Yeah, in the Premier League, Danish coach. So not too much pressure at Brentford as well. So I think it's a perfect move for him. 6 months, see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely indeed. Chris Ross is going. Inter Milan 1, Liverpool 2. Going to be a close game. I think it will be a very, very close and competitive game. Here's a good question. Who is your favourite current and all-time Inter player? So currently your favourite player and all-time favourite.
So current one is probably Skriniar, the centre back, Milan Skriniar, the Slovakian, and all-time would be Ronaldo, R9.
Oh yeah, has to be Ronaldo. I mean, I remember the game that he played. Was it for Real Madrid against Manchester United at Old Trafford, and he was just something else that night. So yeah, as a Liverpool fan, it did please me for sure. Inter have a lot of danger men, 100%, 100%, and Alexis Sanchez is in good goal scoring form as well. Another one who loves scoring against Liverpool, especially in his Arsenal days as well. What is the latest, please, with the San Siro? Sorry, Douglas, question and inquiry was on my mind. Are both Milan teams leaving the stadium or only a rumour? Yeah, what is happening with the San Siro?
Yeah, so apparently the plan has finally been approved now that in 2027 it will be done because the San Siro is going to be used for the 2026 Winter Olympics. So the plan has been approved, but it's still not 100% confirmed. But the two clubs have, the proposal has been put forth now. So it's the closest it's ever been to potentially being done. And then, yeah, San Siro will be demolished.
Oh well, that's good that you'll be there for at least another couple of seasons, because that stadium is one of my bucket lists to visit. I've got to be honest, it's one of my bucket lists to visit
Definitely
for
try
sure
it before it goes.
Yeah, definitely. How many Inter kits have you got?
I don't have too many. I'm not like one of those like serial kit collectors. I think I have about 7 or 8 different eras, and yeah, not too many. And I don't get names at the back. Apart from the only one I have is Ronaldo 9. That's the only name I have at the back.
Nice. Hi, Brian. Thank you for tuning in. What are your thoughts on West Sam? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not reading that. Hi, Brian. Liz. Brazil Adriano in 2006 was good. Oh, Adriano. Fantastic player, that one. Absolutely fantastic. Ronaldo. Thanks for the update, Niall. Greatest number 9 of all time. Yeah. 100% agree. Good evening, Jamie. Thank you for tuning in. Completely forgot Sanchez played for Inter. Just great. Another danger man. Yeah, there's a few. Chanahoglu, Dumfries, like obviously Dumfries had a very, very good Euros. I think he was the pick of his powers when he was at the Holland national team. And yeah, there was a lot of talk that he was going to go to there was Everton, and Inter Milan managed to pick him up, which was the main thing as well. I forgot Alexis Sanchez is still playing. Yeah, Alexis Sanchez is actually in very, very good goal scoring form for sure.
He won our Player of the Month just now, this today.
Excellent. My favorite Inter player is
Rakoba.
If I did butcher his name, yes, he was the Argentinian. Is that right?
Uruguayan.
I get those two. I get those two mixed up. Thanks for asking about the San Siro. Take care, everybody. Not a problem, Balam. So we've done starting 11s. We've done key players. What's your score prediction? What are you going for?
As I said to you before we came on the live, I'm not too confident about this one, to be honest. Because of our form coming into this and your form coming into this. If you played this like a couple of months ago, I would have been very confident, but now not so much. I feel like realistically you're gonna win 2-1. I don't really predict many Inter losses, so I'm actually gonna go for a 1-1 draw. I think we're gonna manage to kind of create some chances, probably not take them, and then you guys punish us, but we also get a goal here and there, maybe a set piece.
Okay. Well, funnily enough, my prediction's also 2-1. I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool. I'm good. I'm just gonna say it now. I think one of Dzeko or Sanchez is gonna score, and I think Salah. I'm going to go for the new boy Diaz to get a goal. Guys, get your score predictions in the chat, and yeah, for the people saying that it's going to be a very high scoring game, I think it could well be for sure. Apparently, Charlie Adams just scored for Dundee, so thank you, Niall, for that. 2-1 Liverpool, but a tough match. Yeah, definitely a tough match. Especially, and then obviously the return leg is in 3 weeks' time. 3-2 Liverpool, says James. I think we could be in for a bit of a goal fest in that one. 3-1, says Shane. Dzeko header from set piece incoming. Oh yes, I can definitely say that. Bad feeling me as is the first leg. 2-1 Inter. As for the second leg, Liverpool will win 3-0 and go through.
Wow.
I wouldn't mind 2-1. I wouldn't mind a 2-1 defeat because we've managed to get a goal. I know that the away goal rule is away, but you have to say it'll be a very, very interesting game. And yeah, we might see Chanahoglu from free kicks. So if we're giving free kicks away from 15, 20, 25 yards, got to watch because he is a fantastic dead ball specialist for sure. Left-footed magician could hit it from anywhere. Rocoba. Is Sanchez really only 5'6"? Yep, he is indeed. 2-1 says Brian Morrissey. Says Brian. So everyone seems to be going for 2-1, 3-1, 5-2. I don't think it'll be 5-2. But you will see. Whoever says Liverpool win comfortably need to go back to sleep or go to the doctors to check bump on their head. Yeah, absolutely, indeed. But guys, if you have any questions for my esteemed guest, anything to do with Inter Milan or anything Italian football wise, then obviously let us know in the chat. So with that being said, with this obviously game, do you think you have to score in the first leg to have a chance of going through?
Oh yeah, definitely. Anfield is just almost an impossible task. So anything that positive that needs to be done in this tie has to be done here at the San Siro.
I would agree. But then again, you've got players that are capable of scoring at Anfield as well. And the thing is, I think looking back on the 2008 game and looking back on the 2009 game, I think it's I think it's much I think it's much to do with you having a very, very good side. I think you've got a better side than you did then. So I think it could be a very interesting game for sure. Here's an interesting question. Do you think the Serie A title race will go down to the final day?
Yeah, it looks like at the moment it does look really. Inter, Napoli, and Milan are all within 1 point of each other at the moment. Inter still got a game in hand, to be fair, but and Milan are out of Europe at the moment as well. So if Inter, yeah, it could go down to the wire. So they'll definitely tune into Serie A this year.
Yeah, definitely. And final question before I let you go: how do you think Italy will do in the next World Cup?
Oh, we have to qualify first. We're in the playoffs to qualify. We have to beat Macedonia and then probably Portugal in March. So let's see. Let's get to the World Cup first.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's been an absolute pleasure to get you on the channel. Big thank you to Michael as well for getting me, recommending me you two as well. So thank you very, very much. Where can people find you on the socials?
Just you'll be able to find me on Twitter at rsharms with 2 Z's, and yeah, Uncle Sharma on YouTube doing Inter and Serie A content, and the Uncle Sharma on Instagram. Thank you.
Absolutely. All your socials are in the chat as well. Uncle Sharma, thank you very much for coming on. And yeah, I would wish you the best of luck for Wednesday. But until then, I wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season.
We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, the draw comes through for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care, my friend. Take care.
Forza Inter.
It is a pleasure, absolute pleasure to have Uncle Sharma on there as well. Big thank you to him for coming on. I'll go for your comments just very, very quickly as well. Don't mention Italy to me, England fan. Yep, I know that. I know that feeling. I'm aware, Brian. Take care, lads. I think they're in a playoff with Portugal. They certainly are. Cheers, Douglas and Uncle Sharma. See you all soon, guys. Take care. Big up, lads, in the chat. Yep, absolutely. Guys, obviously, if you have missed them, please remember to hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button as well. Also, remember to go and check out Uncle Sharma. All his links are in the description box down below. Give him a wee subscribe. And yeah, we will see what happens anyway. But fingers crossed the Reds can get the win on Wednesday, get a first leg lead, and we will see what happens anyway. But until then, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Valentine's Day. Whatever you guys are doing, enjoy the rest of your Valentine's Day. And yeah, come on, Liverpool, and you'll never walk alone. Cheers, Reds.